Everything's up and running. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. We had to restart. Uh, we're gonna have to do video later. We are gonna try to do video tonight, but we had a lot of unforeseen circumstances and issues. So uh, we're back up and running, and we're good to go. Tonight is episode 2 of the podcast. We have Braden here. Again, for the second time, we're going to be talking about Harry Potter. Is that correct, Braden?
Yes, I believe so. Unless you changed it on me.
No, no, definitely not. All right, let me check a couple things here, make sure we're good. But we should be good now. That's the old one. Gonna make sure everything's running smoothly. It should be. Boop. There we go. There we go. I think. There we go. All right, cool. Everybody hear me? All right, Braden, you good?
Yep.
All right, we're good. All right, so what's up, Nun? How you doing? We're talking about Harry Potter tonight. Brayden, go ahead and start us off. What do you? You're a fan of Harry Potter, correct?
I am.
Okay.
Uh, it was one of those things where, I got into it because a girl I liked it. And then
Ah,
so I'm like, yeah, I like Harry Potter. And then I slowly actually started to like Harry Potter.
classic. Did it for the ladies. That makes sense.
Hmm.
I actually only have watched Harry Potter due to a lady as well, which is hilarious. But I have never actually fully liked Harry Potter at all. It's not really my jam. Um, I don't knock anybody for liking it. Just it's not really my thing. Harry, did you put
I
your
mean,
name
I
in the
think
goblet
the
fire?
books are better.
Yeah. Well, that's always the case when it comes to like literature and making things from literature. Like the Dune movies. I'm actually a huge fan of the Dune movies, but I am, the books are way better. Like so when you have like a book like, and then you have, let's say, uh, you have a movie or a video game. It's just there's so much more detail your brain puts into a book than they can put onto a screen of any type. So like your mind will like fill in blanks and do most of the work for you. So I think that's why
Yeah.
that's why I think like books are always better in that regard. I don't think has there ever been a case of anything being better in movie form or game form than the actual book?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't think of anything either, honestly. Um, so I got a couple questions here for you since you're a fan of Harry Potter, and if you're in chat, you guys can join
Okay.
in and talk about it, whatever. This is the first time we've done it live, so we're just kind of working our way up. We were gonna do faces tonight and everything, but stuff was fighting me. What's up, Amanda? How you doing? Um, yeah, stuff was fighting me, so we're just gonna have to put that on the back burner for now. Um, So I got a list here, questions here. So, what is it that you like about Harry Potter, to be specific?
Oof. Uh, Honestly, I just like the what's the word? Um, like the mystery of it, I guess, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like I like the whole magic aspect to it, and I'm sorry, without Hermione, Harry does nothing. I'm just throwing that out there.
I think we can all agree on that.
So,
Uh, so I personally I love fantasy. I like magic. You know, magic's freaking awesome. No matter who you are, like it'd be cool to cast a freaking spell. Personally, if I had to pick one, it'd be teleportation for me. But it's just cool to cast spells, and I think everybody like. I would think a lot of people would like magic in general. But like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah. So Harry Potter. So you just like the Hermione's a boss. Yeah, Mr. Dumbledore. What do you guys do on live? Like just talk about stuff? Yeah, Amanda. We're just talking about random items. We just started last week, and last week we are talking about comic books. So this week we're talking about Harry Potter. But yeah, we as far as like the magic and everything, I do like the magic side of things. I do. Harry Potter's not awful. I'll say that right now, and you'll barely ever hear me say that. But Harry Potter, I don't think is awful. I just think he's literally like the worst protagonist in the history of mankind. Like that's my overall rub against Harry Potter. Like I don't like Harry Potter himself. I think he's the most useless character ever written in general, and I think he's a pain in the rear. Now, uh, granted my with my personal experience, it's through the movies, not the books. And like we said, books are always the better medium for you know just in general taking in story. We tried showing our face earlier, Amanda. It just it wasn't working tonight, so we're gonna have to do it on another night. Um, but so do you like the magic? What about? Well, okay, so there's going to be a lot of comparisons here. I'll just let you know ahead of time because
All right.
you have Harry Potter, and then the other biggest like fantasy thing you can possibly think of that's ish close would be Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So Lord of the Rings, like you have your elves, your goblins, trolls, uh, everything like that. So like comparing the two, like Harry Potter's elves are annoying. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
can't stand the elves in Harry Potter. Dobby, I'm sure everybody likes Dobby, but I think he's a pain in the rear and
He's
he's
one of the most
annoying.
annoying characters in the entire franchise.
Yeah, he's almost as annoying as original Yoda. So, I mean, original Yoda was a pain in the rear. Lord of the Rings is better than Harry Potter. I agree, Blue. So when it comes down to like elves, they have a lot of similarities. They have a lot of the same races and stuff. Because honestly, I mean, what Tolkien made all these races and everything, and the linguistics behind it, and stories and everything behind them, and everybody has taken off from that, like their own stories and made them off of that. Um, Now, as far as the next question, I would say is, what do you not like about Harry Potter?
Oof. That's a loaded question because there's honestly a lot that I don't like about Harry Potter.
Yeah, like what would be the
First
number
off,
one thing?
I hate Harry Potter.
Yeah, I agree.
Genuinely. Like, give me a movie just about Hermione.
Right, Hermione and even Ron, like like he's more competent than Harry Potter himself. Like I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Like putting them together, like I know a lot of people probably heard this before, but like if you take the Horcrux out of the whole thing, him being the last of the Horcrux, spoilers for anybody, and you take that completely out of the picture, like what does he actually accomplish in the whole entire movie or book? I don't know about the book.
Actually, that's one of the things that the movie gets pretty accurate. Um, the only thing he successfully does is dies.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like if you take him out of the storyline continues. So like as a main character, how can you call him a main character if he has no effect on the actual storyline? Earth Eater and Lord of the Rings were massive. Yeah, just the worms. Yeah, so I mean, if I had to pick what I don't like about, I got a few things I don't like about Harry Potter. Um, Harry Potter being the main thing is what we just talked about. Um, I would say, and this goes for all fantasy movies and everything. Is like, why do they like talk about these all powerful like wizards and everything, but they never show really sick spells? Like, obviously, it's probably a CGI thing, but like, it's just so annoying. Like, you have Dumbledore, who's a powerful wizard and everything, and how many spells does he cast in the movie? Like, what, one or two?
Throughout all of the movies,
Yeah.
less than 10.
Right. And then you have like Gandalf, the same thing. He casts, shield a few times. He casts a light bulb a couple times. Um, he obviously fights the Balrog, which is pretty cool, but and summons, a bunch of different creatures and stuff. But like it's just like they refuse to like make a really sick, like all powerful wizard. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
All right, like who would be your favorite character in Lord of the Rings?
In
Judge
Lord of the
me.
Rings,
Or sorry, Harry Potter.
Snape, Professor Snape, all the
Snape.
way.
So
Yep.
that's actually one of the few things I do like about Harry Potter is the story behind Snape and how he's like he
Harry's
helped,
mom.
yeah, and he helped Harry throughout the whole process and everything. And in the end, he died helping him. I thought that was actually pretty cool. That was one of the actual few things I did like about Harry Potter. I thought that was very entertaining, very well crafted.
It threw me for a loop the very first time because I read all the books first.
Right.
So it threw me for a loop when I found out that he was the half-blood prince. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
And he was helping Harry the whole time.
Right. Yeah, that's really crazy. I did like that. I thought that was pretty neat. Um, like secretly helping Harry, but at the same time like yelling at him all the time and being like just generally
Hmm.
being getting on his nerves and being annoying throughout the whole process. Um,
Well, I think like context clues. I think he really genuinely liked Harry, but he hated him at the same time because of his dad.
right.
So he knew he had to help him, but he didn't have to like it.
Yeah, I guess so. I kind of got that feeling out of it a little bit, but like I felt like he was helping because he loved his mom so much. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It was a very interesting story, part of the storyline. I did like that a lot. The fact that he was helping the enemy the whole entire time too, as like a little spy too, was kind of like a he was a very complicated character.
He was, and it was one of the few times I felt bad about a character dying.
No, well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, for me, I didn't really care as much. I thought it was like a little crazy at the end. Snape was awesome. Yeah, Snape was pretty awesome. But yeah, it was very interesting. I thought Alan Rickman played him pretty well. Um, I thought he
Hmm.
did a great job, and it was a very something I did actually like about the Harry Potter series was Snape and that whole storyline there. Like the Severus Black stuff kind of just gets me a little confused and everything, obviously. But like, um, I know he's like what is it, uncle or something?
Uh, Godfather.
Godfather. That's what it was. So they're not even related.
No.
Mm. So who? Why is Severus Snape his godfather or
Oh no.
Severus Black?
No. Sirius Black.
Sirius Black. Sorry, my bad. I'm
Yeah,
getting all my
Sirius
people
Black.
mixed up.
Yeah, Sirius Black is Harry's godfather. Severus Snape was just in love with Harry's mom.
Right. Yeah, I get that. Like, Sirius Black. Why is he his godfather? Like, well, how did that come about?
Uh, well, he was best friends with Harry's dad, and uh, there was a whole complicated thing, like when Voldemort killed his parents, uh, they had asked Sirius to watch out for Harry. So then he took the blame for killing his parents and all this other stuff. So then he went to Azkaban. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, so he was just Harry's dad's friend. That's all it was.
Yeah. So then they basically made him Harry's godfather.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that makes sense. Favorite Lord of the Rings movie? Blue. I would have to say first off any of them, but I would probably have to say Desolation of Smog if I had to guess one. Um, so besides that, so Sever or Sirius Black is he's just a very interesting character. I never really like I knew he was Godfather or something, but I didn't know how the actual relations worked with that. Um,
Yeah.
who do you think is better first out of the two, and then after that, who do you think is more powerful, Dumbledore or Gandalf?
See, that's a loaded question because if you're going just solely based off the movies, neither of them really do much.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to go with who's better, Gandalf,
Uh-huh.
just because I like Lord of the Rings better than Harry Potter.
Okay, and more
Who's more
powerful.
powerful? That's tough because it's been a while since I've read the Lord of the Rings books,
Mm-hmm.
and Dumbledore actually does a little bit. He does more in the books than the movies, so I'm gonna have to go with Dumbledore is more powerful just based off that.
I would disagree. I think I think Gandalf is better, and I do think he is more powerful. Now, this has been a long time since I've read this, and I don't know how true it is, but from what I understand, if you put both wizards in like D&D terms, so like powers and everything like that, like power levels, spells and abilities, Gandalf is by far more powerful with the types of
Okay.
cast he does. But it's been a long time since that, and I don't know if any of like the lore since then has been added to Harry Potter, if that affects that at all. So, but like if you put it in terms of D&D, supposedly Gandalf would be more powerful than Dumbledore.
All right.
So, I'll have to look that up and see
Fair.
exactly where I found that, but I thought that was very interesting. A good way to split, split it up and look at it. Sirius Black
Yeah.
died in a weird way because he got 2 minutes into a fight, and then the fifth one, and then he got hit once, and he was just gone. Yeah. Um. So, as far as this whole Harry Potter thing going on and what's going on with it and everything, what do you think about this possible TV show coming out?
Uh, I'm I'm hesitant because I really want it to do well, but I don't want a whole completely new retelling of the same stories that we just got.
I think that's
Like,
my number one problem with this is, um, for one, I think it's too like Supermanish or Spider-Manish, where they keep rebooting the same thing over and over and over again. Um, because like it's only been so many years since the last Harry Potter movie, and then they're going to turn around and make a TV show out of it, and it looks like it's going to be a reboot. Like from the looks of it,
oh, it is.
I didn't read a lot about it, but it looks like it's going to be a reboot. And I saw a picture of Adam Driver as Snape, which was actually kind of cool. I'm not going to lie, but I it's just too close to the release of the movies. Like I don't understand the concept of going through and making a freaking like out of nowhere making a TV show that's going to follow the exact same path with different characters that people love those characters from the movies. So like you're going to take those characters, change them into somebody else and then just redo it all as a TV show. Now, granted, I do think TV shows can be a better format for books because there's way
Oh yeah,
more time for you to stretch the story and get more detail in. But I just, I just think it's dumb.
I think I think my biggest issue. I agree with you. A TV show form could be better because
Mm-hmm.
yes, you could get more detail, but same thing. They're completely recasting everybody, and the characters from the movies are so iconic. Like I can't picture anybody else but Alan Rickman as Snape.
Uh-huh.
I can't picture anybody else but Emma Watson as Hermione.
Right.
So I'm hesitant, but I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, Matt Bro from TikTok. I actually see your TikTok chat on there. That's a first. Thanks for loving the podcast. Appreciate you. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I think that's the number one problem is I think it's so close to the release of the movies that people are still infatuated with the characters from the movies that they're gonna try to turn it around and flip it again. That's why I like brought up Spider Man and I brought up the Superman movies. They always keep turning around and remaking those movies from the very beginning over and over and over again in short periods of time. And until recently, Spider Man hasn't been like really successful doing that. Um, I guess they're semi successful, but not very much. But like the Superman movies, on the other hand, they keep redoing it over and over and over again. How many times do you have to see uh, Ben Parker die? How many times do you see like it just gets annoying. You see like 15 different versions of the same character die the exact same, well, pretty much the exact same way. And then you same with Superman. Like how many times can you like get shipped off from Krypton and land on Earth and then have 15 different characters of mom and dad, and then five different characters of the main character, Superman, and then within such a short period of time, you can never relax and enjoy the character.
Mm, that is one of the things I liked about one, the new Superman movie, and like Tom Holland's first Spider-Man movie. They
Mm-hmm.
just threw you straight in, like you know who this character is. We don't need to tell you who it is. Like you know.
Yeah, and that's such a short period of time. I think that's the best way to do it because if you do it that way, you know, everybody knows who these characters are. Everybody has
Hmm.
been through their and Batman too. Like Batman, how many times do you see Martha and the husband die like 1,500 times? It's ridiculous. But like, you don't need to keep seeing it, like just repeat and repeat. And I'm afraid that's probably what Harry Potter's going to end up doing because they're going to want to reestablish the storyline for the new people. Um, I think it's going to be really annoying, and I hope I'm wrong. Like I said, I don't hate Harry Potter. Like I said, he worst protagonist in the history of mankind. That's fine, but I'm rooting for it. I love fantasy. I love sci-fi. I love magic. I love ship battles and all sorts of stuff. Like that stuff is like my favorite stuff in the world to watch. So like I'm rooting
Oh
for
yeah.
it in that regard. But once again, like I think they're doing it way too close to the release of the movies. They should have let it sit out for a while and just fester for 10, 15 years more. And then from there, maybe do like a reboot or something. Or try to do a prequel story or something. There's so much stuff you can do. Like
Well,
do the Half Blood Prince prequel, or what's the Tom Riddle? Do Tom Riddle in his time in school. Like why can't we do that?
they did kind of do prequels with the Fantastic Beasts,
Hmm.
which shows like the early career of Dumbledore.
Yeah.
But no, I get what you're saying. I I want to see a uh like a history of Hogwarts movie
That'd be
or
cool.
like a Snape movie, like just individual movies for different characters.
Oh, here. I can fix this right now. This is what they should have done. They should have done a thing where Hogwarts got started by the four different groups: Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, their leaders, Slytherin,
Yeah,
and Gryffindor. Was it Cedric Gryffindor or whatever? Cedric or whatever. But either way,
Godric.
Godric. There you go. They should have done that story instead of doing this TV show, which is going to be a rehash of what we've already seen with different characters. What's up, Brandon? And Blue, as far as the Fallout show is concerned, I actually like the Fallout show. That was actually really good.
Did you see they're making a new season?
Yeah, I actually am excited about that. I thought the Fallout show was really good. It actually is one of the few video game shows that I thought was really good. So I'm actually excited about that. Hopefully it goes well. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm worried about that. I'm worried about how that's gonna come across. I don't know. What do you think from a book perspective? If they were more accurate with the book, would it be worth watching as a TV show?
Oh, absolutely. I saw a thing the other day where someone was like, I would gladly watch a 24-hour long movie if they included all the details from the books. And I said, yes. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, they can just do that with the TV show if they do it right.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like TV
So,
show is a better format than a movie for casting like big, huge storylines that are like just expansive because it gives you more time
hmm
to set the lore, get all the stuff, uh, get all the stuff like accurate in there. Um, I think it's a better format TV show as long as it's done correctly. I mean, it could water down quickly over time because like I mean, look at like I'm gonna say this and I'll probably get some backlash for it, but that's all right. I don't really care. Look at Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is a hugely popular TV show. I never read Game of Thrones, so I'm not coming from that perspective, but I would think instead of a Game of Thrones movie, doing it as a TV show instead of a movie, they were able to get more detail in there, though I do know that you're never going to get full detail. Your brain is just way more powerful than doing any other kind of type of format. So let's just be right there.
oh yeah.
Let's be honest. So, but like doing it as a TV show, they were able to be way more accurate with it. Not perfect, but they're if they smushed it into a movie format, even if it was 3 hour movies, you would lose at least half of what they had in the TV show.
hmm
So I mean, yeah, it'll be a good format for it. Like I said, I don't know if it'll be good for the because it's so close to the movies. I mean, because like you think Harry Potter, you think crap, I don't even know his freaking name. Uh, I
Daniel
do.
Radcliffe.
Yeah, I do. I just forgot it. Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah, you think Harry Potter, you think Daniel Radcliffe. You think Hermione, you think Emma Watson. I knew that one. You think of all the different characters, you think of the movie characters. And it's going to be hard taking your brain from picturing those characters and then moving them over to a different TV show where you have to reimagine these characters as new people. That's always not a good thing.
Oh yeah.
So, does anybody have questions in chat or have any opinions or about the TV show or anything? And while we wait for that, like me personally, and this might be like a podcast to do some other time. Dune. I'm a huge Dune fan, huge Dune nut. Um,
I
yeah,
would I
that's.
would be yeah, I would be good with that.
I've read all the books, including the ones made by the son, as well as Frank Herbert and Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson. I've read all the books multiple times, and Dennis Villeneuve, whatever, I can't say his name, but the guy that made the movies, the recent movies, did a fairly good job. It was fairly good. Like there's details that are in the books that he took his time on to make sure they were dead on. It was really cool.
Those are actually books that I haven't read that I really want to. I have seen all the movies, and they're very good,
Yeah.
but those are definitely books that I will be reading.
Yeah, Dune is the best way to put it. And it's crazy because I read this when I was in junior high. Dune is a very sadistic, crazy, political nightmare of anything possibly that could go wrong in a book series. You think of it, it's in the books. Like you have the most evil of villains with the most disgusting habits, the most horrible people there are on the face of the earth. It describes their habits and how horrible they are to a T, which is very detailed and very messed up. And then you
Hmm.
have like the good guys who are very honorable. They will go to their death like a samurai will. They'll take honor and death before they take failure. You have assassins, you have robots, you have AI, you have cult followings, religions, um, magical powers. Like it's literally all in Dune. It's insane.
Sounds great.
Yeah. But anyways, tangent. Anyways, so if you were going to if there was no stopping it from happening and they were going to come out with it anyway after reading the books for Harry Potter, um, what would you tell them to start the TV show as? Like, where at? What in part of Harry Potter's history would you do?
Well, I mean, I would want honestly them just to start straight away with showing uh, Voldemort becoming Voldemort.
So, like a Tom Riddle kind of thing?
Just yeah, just boom, give me the villain right off the bat. Show me why he's so evil and why I need to fear him.
Now, would you want to see him as he grows evil or as he starts turn like or before he was evil and then gets evil?
I would want them to kind of do a thing where like they tell the story, just like the normal story of Harry Potter, and then sprinkle in those scenes of like you see him progressively getting more and more evil until he's at the point where he is in the movies.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I like that too. I think that makes for a great storyline. Be able to see it's. I mean, look at it. It's kind of like a Darth Vader Star Wars kind of story.
Yeah,
You get to see. Well, first you just see him as an evil person, but then they come at the prequels where you can see how he grows into, like he's a good guy. He's fighting for good. He's trying his best to um, do what he can. He has a little bit of a hot streak, but like he's still trying his best to accomplish the goals of the Jedi. And then you all of a sudden you have something horrible happens in his life, and it's Padme dying, and he wants to learn from the dark side on how to save her. It's a good intention that goes bad.
yeah. But yeah,
Actually,
I would want to see that. I would want to see early life of Tom Riddle,
hmm
see him as he grows into the big bad that he's supposed to be.
yeah, I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be a really good place to start. I if I had to choose, and like my said, my knowledge is not a lot there, but I do. I've seen the movies. If I had to choose, I would probably choose doing the like the Griffin, like the original establishing of Hogwarts. So the original four wizards, and or honestly, just thought about this. Maybe do the what is it called? The three Deathly Hollows. Like do the original
Ooh,
people who did the three Deathly Hollows. So the brothers, the three brothers, the ones that
yeah,
have the evil, the one who did the cloak, the one who did uh, the
the
wand,
Elder
and
Wand.
yeah, and then was it the stone?
Yes,
So yeah, I mean, doing the original three brothers and have them try to evade death as long as they can, I think that'd be pretty sick, actually. But yeah, Blue, we do plan on doing probably an anime podcast soon here. So um, we're gonna do everything, man. We're just gonna have fun, talk about cool stuff. That's what we plan on doing. And then right, Braden.
absolutely.
Yeah, man, and just have fun with things, talk about cool things. Just random people are gonna be able to pop in on the podcast. I have my daughter will probably be here a few times. My nephew Swartz will probably be here. He'll probably love to do the anime one. He'll be nuts about that. Um, just random stuff, man. We're just gonna have a good time. But yeah, the three Deathly Hollows would be a sick freaking. I don't know how they would pull that
I,
off because it's kind of like a children's tale. But like
mhm.
I think you could easily do it. I think you could just follow the three brothers originally, and then like have them split off and do their own things, and you follow them in three different storylines throughout the movie or TV show that it is, and then you just try to see them evade death as long as they can, and see what happens to their hollows after they die. Well, I mean, the one brother, the cloak brother, he never like he died of old age
Yeah,
because he was smart.
I actually would really like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be a cool storyline to follow. But from what I understand, I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot, but from what I understand, I think it's just gonna be a retooling of the original like movies.
Yeah, like I get, but I don't want it.
Hmm. Well, we're gonna definitely get what we don't want. I don't think there's any stopping that, Braden.
No, there's not because I mean, they've already started filming. It comes out in January.
Oh, they already started filming it. I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, they've already cast all like everything.
So is Adam Driver actually Snape?
No, gonna sound really bad. It's a black actor,
Okay.
but like I can't like his name is I can't think of it, but
Hmm. Yeah, I hadn't
it's
heard
definitely
that.
not Alan Rickman.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I hadn't heard that though. That's pretty crazy. Um, I didn't realize that they had already started shooting. What I thought they were just trying to talk about it and get it set up. But geez, we'll call it the search for more
No,
money. Geez.
yeah, because they announced like I think right at the end of June that they had uh finished casting and they were
Mm-hmm.
gonna start shooting either end of July or uh end of August.
Okay. That's very interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was not aware of that. I just heard about it and I figured they were still casting and stuff. But that's crazy. I mean, and do what you got to do. What's it going to be on? Do we know yet?
HBO Max.
Oh, that makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure I'll watch it occasionally here and there. I'll tell you what was a huge travesty: the Halo TV show. That was freaking awful,
I didn't even finish the first season. I couldn't get through it.
dude. That show burned my eyes. Like that was
I was
probably the worst done adaptation in the history of mankind.
I was so disappointed in it. I had
Yeah.
such high hopes.
Well, I can't say I had high hopes. I figured it was going to be destroyed, but I was hoping it wouldn't be horrible so I could still enjoy it. But it was completely
And
awful. Yeah, that
yeah,
TV show was
it was
garbage,
pretty
bro.
bad.
Yeah, the freaking Halo TV show, man. I tried so hard to like that, man. Like it was cool seeing all the samurai in their gear and everything, but then they started following that like they followed that Asian girl way too much. I don't even remember what her name was. It was just an annoying storyline. It had nothing to do with anything. Um, and they just kept going away from Chief, which Halo's about Chief and Cortana people. That is what Halo's
Yeah,
about. It's about super soldiers, Chief and Cortana. And they didn't even do Chief and Cortana right. I mean, they got the original Cortana actresses voice. That was cool. That was cool. And Pablo Schreiber, I think his name is. He was a good pick for Master Chief. It was just horribly, horribly written. I thought Pablo Schreiber was a great pick for Master Chief. I mean, when you have a TV show about a super soldier with super strength who has shielded armor to make him pretty much impenetrable, and he walks around the whole entire show not wearing said armor, is ridiculous.
yeah, it was a disappointment.
Definitely. Definitely a huge disappointment. But anyways, uh, anything else you want to talk about here, Braden?
Ah, no, I'm very, very nervous about this TV show,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not going to hold my breath because I have hopes for it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
I mean, honestly, it's probably your best bet. Modern writing is awful. It's just freaking awful. And especially like in the Western world, I don't know what it is. Um, the best thing is to do is just think of the worst, and you're probably not going to be disappointed. That's the best way to put it, man. Like I can't think of anything that's come out modern wise that has just been stellar writing. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. So I mean, it's the age we live in. You know, what can you do? Anybody in
My hope
chat?
is they just,
Good.
I say my hope is that they just stick closer to the books.
Yeah. Well, good luck with it.
Yeah.
Anybody in chat got questions before we go ahead and end the podcast episode 2? And I'll try to get cams up here soon working. I tried doing it on a different computer, but that computer just and it didn't work, and I had to download a bunch of extra crap to make it work. So that didn't work out, but that's okay. We will get it working eventually. All right, I'll give you guys a couple seconds to see about the podcast here. Any questions you have in chat, throw it in there. And while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and play. I didn't have a chance to play it, so I'm going to play the podcast intro song real quick. You guys tell me what you think. Oh, I got no sound. Oh, it's coming out the wrong spot. That's why. Why is it doing that? Oh, there it is. That's better.
From the basement to the sky, arcane hearts will never die. We got it all here. Comics, games, and anime. Talking every single day. This Grunticidal podcast rules. Flickering screens, VHS glow. Time machines where stories flow. Galaxy quests and Gundam shows. Nerds unite tonight. Run the base killer.
Alright, Blue asked the question. When's the next podcast? The next podcast is going to be, we're going to try to keep doing them every Monday. We'll see how that goes. But next podcast next week will be Monday. It might be video game related. It might be anime related. We will
Roll
see.
the dice, cast a spell, pop culture, heaven ring the bell. From the stars to a dungeon cell, yeah, we got it all.
All right, we're gonna fade out here into the night. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Braden, and I'll see you guys later.
See you guys.
Grunticidal.